off the land, right? It's like you grew your own food, you grew your own meat, you chased chickens around with a hatchet, right? It's like even when you ate bad, it was still 10 times healthier than it is today. So your choices were extremely different. Well, then about 100 or so years ago, big business popped up, corporate world popped up. And what this did is it moved everyone out of manual labor into sedentary lifestyle careers. Now, I'm not suggesting that's a bad thing, that you don't have to have manual labor for your career. I'm saying that it changed our lifestyle. I'm saying that now, all day long, you sit behind a computer. You sit behind a desk. You sit behind a wheel. You stand in one place. The exercise you get is walking to the vending machine. That's what people do all day long, their entire life. How many of you guys today work in a career that is not manual labor? You do not do manual labor for a living. Please raise your hand high. Okay? And we got another group of liars in the room who don't do manual labor. I'm sure there's a small percentage, but guys, I know the data. Right? There's no way that 1/3 of the room here does manual labor for a living. Exactly. You share my pain. So the point I'm getting at is, right now today, all of us, in order to get that physical activity, we must carve out time in our day to exercise. Time in our day to work out. And we never do because we're too what? Busy. Too busy, too tired. That's probably the second. You're either too tired or too busy. Too busy, too tired. Too tired, too busy. Too busy, too tired, right? And that's everybody's excuse. And I know everyone's used this because I'm at the gym a lot. At least once a week, I'll say this: I'm too busy. Can't go to the gym today. I'm too busy. So I know everybody says it. Everybody uses that as an excuse. Now, about 50 years ago, 60 now, about 60 years ago, there was another major shift. That major shift was the advent of fast food. The busier people got, the more fast food popped up, right? And it was great because you could get food fast, and you could get food what? Cheap. Fast and cheap. Fast and cheap. Fast and cheap. Wow, look at this. Saving money, and it's fast. Saving money, and it's fast. Saving money, and it's fast. We're on the go. We're on the go. And I remember my parents telling me that when McDonald's was around back in the 50s, that you went to McDonald's once a month if you were a good kid. Right? Now, people go to fast food not just once a week, but every day. Right? It's like McDonald's on Monday, and Burger King on Tuesday, and Taco Bell on Wednesday, whatever places that are local to you, you know what these places are. How many of you guys know people that will actually eat fast food more than once a day? All day long. And guys, we know this is the truth because 61% of the UK is overweight. 61%. I mean, it's a significant number. And it's because we're so busy. It's because we're so busy. We're so busy. I mean, think about the lifestyle today of the average person. You guys wake up in the morning, and you got one goal in mind. That one goal is we must get the kids to school on time. That is the number one goal on people's brain, right? So you're running around, you're getting dressed, you're getting them dressed, you're packing all the stuff, you throw a couple, pieces of toast in the toaster, and you slap something on them, you throw those at the kids like a Frisbee, and you throw them in the car head first, you drive to school, you slow down to 5 miles per hour, you bounce them out on the curb, you go to work as fast as you can, you pull up to the office, you look to the right, you see like a Starbucks or a coffee shop, you run in there as fast as you can, you order a triple latte frappuccino grande thing with the cream on top, and then you look down into the glass case. And there's never a good thing that can happen from the glass case. So you're like, well, let me see, I got a bear claw, I've got some glazed donuts. I'm going to go with the chocolate muffin, the chocolate chip muffin for breakfast today. Do you guys know another word for a chocolate chip muffin? Chocolate chip cake. It's literally the same ingredients, right? You just had a triple latte frappuccino with cream on top and chocolate cake for breakfast as a grown person. That's what you just ate. You went upstairs to your office, lunchtime came, you got 60 minutes, but it's never 60 minutes because one more call, one more meeting, one more email, got 45 minutes. You come down the elevator, look to the left, look to the right, pizza by the slice. You run across the street, grab a pizza by the slice, grab a breadstick, and because you're very conscious of what's going on, you order the Diet Coke. here's my perspective. If you're gonna have pizza and the breadstick, just go all in. Push all your chips in and get the regular Coke, right? You go back to the office, you down that. Lo and behold, you're starving 2 hours later because you've had no nutrition. You've had pizza, breadstick, Coke, Frappuccino thing, and chocolate cake so far in the day. And so you run down to the vending machine. You pop a couple dollars in the vending machine, and you get like a bag of Doritos and a candy bar, and then work's over. Thank goodness, because, you can relax now, right? Wrong. You drive home as fast as you can. You grab the kids. You put them in their outfit, the uniform, the balls, the cleats, the equipment. You throw them in the minivan. You're driving 90 through the residential, right? 2 wheels, hop the curb, over into the fast food place, through the drive-thru. You grab 2 bags of drive-thru, throw it over your shoulders, boom, hit the kids right in the head. And here's how you look. You're holding a Diet Coke in one hand like this. You're driving with your knee, and you got French fry arm over the back seat of it. Raise your hand if I'm telling the truth right now, right? You can't make that stuff up. This is people's lifestyle. Right? So here's the bottom line. Either people got to get a lot less busy, which is not going to happen, or the other thing is they got to make so much money that they can have a personal chef that tends to the garden and grows the food and goes to like an all-natural food place and grabs fresh vegetables and fruits and prepares your meals, and you got 3 meals a day, and that's not going to happen, right? So people are not going to be that successful financially. They can do that. Well, let's ask the other question. Do you find yourself getting any less busy anytime soon? Yes or no? Yes. No. So that means people are still going to need food, what? Fast. And they're still going to want it to be what? Cheap. So if you want to know what we plan to be in the world, we'll be the #1 provider of healthy fast food on the planet. Because, you can get food fast, or you can get food healthy, but it's really hard to get both. And we're going to provide option after option after option after option to provide you with meal replacement opportunities so that you can get healthy fast food. For example, the 500 million meal replacement shakes that we have sold. For example, our meal replacement cookie that you guys can eat 2 of, and it's the same as a shake. For example, our meal replacement transformational cereal that we just launched last weekend that will be here in the UK, hopefully by the turn of the new year, right? So you're talking about us taking high-level nutrients, high-level protein, high-level fiber, and putting it into, a shake, a cookie, a bar, a cereal, providing you with options. Because you're going to want 3 things always. You're going to want it fast, you're going to want it in a fair price point, and number 3 is you're going to want it to taste good. Anybody ever notice that usually things that are really healthy for you, they taste equally as terrible? Anybody notice that? Right? It's like, hey, would you like this glass of tree bark? No, absolutely not. I'd rather have a heart attack. Thank you. Right? So our niche is to be that to the world. And, we're doing a pretty good job. All I need you guys to do is start with yourself. That's it. All I need you guys to do is start with yourself. What does that mean? Well, our challenge is really simple, right? All you do is set a goal. Raise your hand if you know there's one thing that you could work on having to do with your body, or having to do with your weight, or having to do with your fitness. Just one thing, right? The rest of you guys, it's your ego we need to work on. That's that one thing, right? So set a goal. Number 2 is select a kit. Now, just select a kit that matches your goal. That's it. Select a kit that matches your goal. And then there's a subset here that's not listed. You actually have to take it. You can't just select it. Turns out, you have to take it as well. Right? We missed that one somehow. So you can't put the bag of shake under your pillow and lose weight through osmosis. I meet people sometimes well, my bag had 7 extra shakes in it. Well, yeah, of course it did for the 7 days you skipped. That's why there's 7 extra in there, right? And then number 3, enter to win. Enter to win what? Well, guys, there's weekly, monthly, and then there's the big quarterly prizes. You can win the transformation vacation. You can win, be a monthly winner. But the key to us now is what we launched this year. When you have 2.5 million people that have used, your system, you get to be very good at understanding what works. So one of the things you'll notice is that the first 10 pounds is where we focus all of our energies with a new person. We want you to gain 10 pounds of muscle mass or lose that first 10 pounds of weight as quickly as possible. Here's why. Because for ladies, it's a dress size. For most of you, you lose 10 pounds. For guys, it's a belt size. It reduces your risk of heart disease by 30 to 35%, just losing 10 pounds. This is why we focus everything at that 10 pounds. But here's the biggest reason why. It creates mental momentum. There's something about 10 pounds. There's something about it that makes you feel like, I can do this. See, when you get on a scale and you've only lost 5 or 6 pounds, you're one trip to the buffet from wiping that whole thing out, right? You're like, I could have a big meal tonight and be right back down to 1 pound. I don't know how committed to this I am. But when that thing hits double digits and it moves from 9 to 10, a commitment sets in. Raise your hand if you're in this room and you have got that I lost it t-shirt, you have lost that 10 pounds, you've made that happen. Raise your hand. All right, so this is all, it's all like 20 of you guys stand up. Raise your hand if you lost 10 pounds or more. There we go, thank you. So these are all people that have lost 10 pounds or they gained 10 pounds of muscle mass. Is there any, I don't know if there is there any of the $1,000 weekly winners in the room yet? All of them are down in the lower half of the country? I know there's like 5 or so folks in the UK that have already been picked in the last few weeks that won $1,000 randomly by losing that 10 pounds. How many of you guys wouldn't mind to be our next $1,000 weekly winner for losing 10 pounds? So if you lose 10 pounds, we'll give you an I Lost It t-shirt. We'll put you in a drawing so that every week for 10 straight weeks you get a shot at winning $1,000 for doing that. And then lastly, and this is the most important one, it's not on the DVD because we just launched it a couple months ago. We just launched Project 10 Kids. Here's what this means. Every single time an adult will lose 10 pounds and document it, we will sponsor a child that suffers with childhood obesity. We'll work with a hospital or a nonprofit that works with children who are obese, and we will help them lose 10 pounds in your honor. Guys, we can literally end childhood obesity if we can focus on the parents and doing something with them, getting them active, getting them moving, and getting them losing 10 pounds at a time. We can help kid after kid after kid after kid. Who wants to help us do that out here in the UK, right? So, the bottom line is, it's all about you just taking action and taking the first step for yourself. I don't care why you do it. Whether it's the belt size, whether it's the t-shirt, whether it's the $1,000, or whether it's the kid, I don't care. Just go for it. Start with yourself. Start with yourself and start moving, and let's do something about where this obesity epidemic is going. Start with you. And if you will do that, you'll be blown away what can happen. The residual effect that you'll have on your family, your neighbors, those of you guys that have already lost 10, 15, 20 pounds with us, have you impacted now a relative, a neighbor, a friend because of what you've done? Yes or yes? Yes, all day, guys. You want to impact the people around you with this? Just focus on you. Just focus on you. Now, for those of you guys that are active lifestyle and fitness people, just so you know, this is for you too. When we do our winners for the whole transformation vacation, one category is weight loss. Even though 70% of our customers are weight loss, it makes sense. 6 to 7 out of every 10 people that the countries that we're in are overweight. So that makes sense. We also have the same categories for active lifestyle to be a champion, and the same categories for fitness to be a champion. You want to fly out to Hollywood and have the transformation vacation, etc., be the active lifestyle champion, male, female, couples, team, however you want to approach it. What does that mean? Most people get fitness, but very few people know what active lifestyle is except the people that do it. How many of you guys in this room are like that weekend warrior? Well, you'll get up and you'll bike 25 miles for no good reason, or you'll climb a mountain, or you'll hike, or you'll nobody. There's not many of you. There's like 6. Like, these are the people, for the rest of you guys, that on a Sunday, it's 7 a.m., they woke you up and they came in the house like, what the heck are you doing? Oh, I just ran for 15 miles. Why did you do that? Oh, I just want to get a sweat. Let me get this straight. You just ran a half of a marathon just to get a sweat? That's loony, right? So, but they're out there, and you can be a champion with us as well. So I don't care which type of person you are. We have something that's for you, and most importantly, we have a way to mathematically fight and end the obesity epidemic with something that's simple, it's fun, there's a lot of great people, it's a blast to be a part of. And we've only been out here since, what was our first, was February 15th our first day? April 15th. Jeez. April, May, June, July. 3 months, 90 days, call it 100 days. We've been out here 100 days, and already 33,000 people have gotten on the challenge in the UK. 33,000. Pretty impressive. Yes? So, for those of you guys are like, well, that's not that big of a deal, let me give you a reference. Jenny Craig, they were here since 2009. They just closed their doors here in the UK. They put on 10,000 people on Jenny Craig in 4 years. We put on 33,000 in 100 days. We will be the company of choice that you take a challenge with, that you gain muscle mass with, that you lose weight with, that you go do your active lifestyle, climb the mountain 90-day challenge with. We're that company. So for those of you guys that were just here tonight to learn about the challenge, that was for you. For those of you guys in the room that are entrepreneurial as well, I got to tell you guys something. The reason why our entrepreneurs are successful is because they're serious about the challenge. This is not something that you just start a business, try to sell some challenge in a box just to make money. This is a lifestyle business. This is who we are. We don't sell a challenge, we are a challenge. And there's a big difference between the two. You know, and if you resonate with that, if you're like, you know what, I'm the type of person that wants to have a business that I believe in, that I'm a part of, that's inside of me, this is that business. And we are the #1 vehicle on the planet to create a 6 or 7 figure income with, for those of you guys that are serious entrepreneurs in the room, doing something that's noble. Fighting an epidemic of obesity, yet positioning yourself as an entrepreneur to be successful. And for those of you guys that are saying 6 or 7 figures a year is crazy, I just want to make an extra 500 pounds a month, fantastic. Because you just saw 17 people that have done that or more. Those 17 people make on average 1,000 pounds a month, or 2, or 3,000, or 4,000. There's some that make 10,000 or 15,000 that we're standing up here, and we've only been here 100 days. Why? Because they're helping people fight the obesity epidemic, and they're being compensated for that. So whatever your number is, we can help you do that. I look at that number of 15 BMW qualifiers. There's only 200 people in this room. That's 1 out of every 8 people or so in the room that have qualified for the BMW. That's not like one day, someday, maybe you might get a pink Cadillac. I'm talking about 1 out of every 8 people. Like, do me a favor, look 4 people to your right, and look 4 people to your left, and then just say this: if it's not you, it's me, because it's going to be one of us. Tell them, let them know. Tell your row. Tell your row. Now, here's what this represents to me. What this represents to me is not, hey, you're all going to get rich one day. Anybody who tells you that is so full of, you know what, it's hard to get rich. It's hard. Plain and simple. But if you want to make an extra 500 to 1,000 pounds a month, and you're willing to put forward some effort, and you're willing to do some work, you're willing to take your own challenge serious, that's what I feel we can do for every single one of you. Will some of you get rich? Yep. Will some of you have the life of your dreams? Yes. Why? Because you're a better entrepreneur, or you'll become a better entrepreneur. But what I look at is the fact that you got 1 out of every 8 people in here that's already making an extra 1,000 pounds a month with the option to put a BMW in their driveway that we pay for. Do the math there. That's your car payment, a big chunk of your mortgage payments, and if you're getting your product for free, which probably most of them are, it's a big chunk out of your grocery bill. If you never got rich with us, but your car, your mortgage, and your grocery bill are paid for every month, who'd be okay with that? Perfectly okay. And that's what I want you to look at. That's what I want you to look at. So with that, for those people that are interested in the entrepreneurship side, I'm going to go through a getting started training here. We're going to take a break for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm going to go through a getting started training for those of you that want to learn how to make your first 300 to 500 pounds back in the next 7 to 14 days. So don't go anywhere. Those of you guys who are not rising stars yet, I wouldn't go anywhere either because you missed something. And those of you guys who are that want to learn how to teach it, I would stick around so I can teach you how to teach it. I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be in Southampton tomorrow, London on Saturday. My business partner, Jason O'Toole, is in Manchester tonight, which doesn't really matter for you now. But tomorrow he will be in Birmingham. So if you know anyone in those marketplaces, send them out to come see us so we can tell them about the challenge on behalf of you. And in the upcoming months, we're bringing our very first large event to Scotland. We're bringing a regional success training to Scotland. Which means out a founder. We're going to be bringing out some of our top money earners. They're going to be teaching you how to be the most successful promoter you could be and how you can open up that northern England area, all of Scotland, and spill it over there into Ireland, Northern Ireland. We want to make sure you guys are educated. I'm confirmed in my belief by tonight, with the 200 plus people that showed up, that you guys are serious about what we're doing here. We're going to knock that wall out, and we're going to have people all the way 2 walls deep full of people that want to get on the challenge because of every single one of you. Can I count on you guys for that? I said it on the DVD, and I'll say it again. Right now, you're one of 3 types of people. The first and the second type of person that's staring at me for the last 20 minutes going, dude, I just wanted a free shake tonight. Thought they were taking me to McDonald's, and here I am. Right? So first and second type of person, hop on the challenge. Or type 1 person, hop on the challenge. Type 2 person, let us help you try to get it for free. You don't have to do the business side. We'll just get a couple customers for you. Third type of person says, I want to promote the challenge. First and the second type of people, fill this form out right here. Check a box, fill out the bottom. Third type of people, you want to fill out the application for a promoter, which is this form right here. Fill this one out right here and stick around because I'm going to go through your getting started training. Guys, in closing, share a quick story. There's a guy who goes to work every day the same way and comes home, he walks the same way every day to work. And week after week after week, there's the same house with the same dog, and the dog never moves. But all it does is howl and howl and howl and moan and complain and howl and moan. The way to work, the way home, every day, same dog, same place, never moves. So after a couple months of this, the guy walks up to the door, knocks on the door, and the owner comes out. He says, excuse me, sir, is this your dog? Well, yeah, that's my dog. Your dog is always complaining, moaning, howling. Is your dog in pain? And the owner of the dog says, well, yes, my dog is in pain. The dog it's sitting on a nail. The guy said, okay, well, why does the dog not just get up off the nail? And the owner of the dog says, because the nail is not deep enough. My question to you tonight is the nail deep enough in your butt that you will stop moaning, you will stop howling, and you will get up off the nail? And if so, welcome to the challenge. I can't wait to see your transformation. Let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll get started right there. Thanks, guys.